Hi, YouTube.
Hey, YouTube friends and family, it's your boy GB Reviews, and today we are doing our last review of the season, the last review of the calendar year, the last review of 2020, the pandemic year of the 2020 Honda Pilot. As you can see from the car, and we'll go around it, but as you can see, it's much larger than the previous Pilot in the DMV area, the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. The most common color for the Passport is burgundy or maroon. This one is white. I think it's Arctic white, but when you register it at the DMV, it's just white. So we're gonna go through some of the things with this car. We're gonna look at some of the features, and by the time you see this video, the 2021 might be out, but this is the last video of the year. It is December 23rd, and we're about to make it happen. Let's go. So as I said, this is the Honda Pilot. As you can see, they refreshed it. It's super nice and large. It's more rounded than the older models. The older models are more boxy. This one's more aerodynamic. It's more fuel efficient. And of course, as I said, it is much larger. You can see from the scale, it's just a huge vehicle all around. Right now, this is sitting on 19-inch wheels, but you can get up to 21s, I think, with this one. We're gonna go and look at some of the features on the inside, and we're gonna go look and see the cargo space in the back. So with that, let's get at it. The refresh is actually really, really nice. The leather is much better than the older Pilots. The older Pilots were good, but this one I find that the leather is more European style leather. We're gonna back it up just so you can see my hands. It's a push button start, so they've modernized everything inside. It has I think this is a 10-inch LCD screen. Once I start it, you'll see. Everything powers up, nice and modern. The wheel is well laid out with all of your control functions, so you can control your display here, and you can also control the things over here. It comes standard with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so that means if you have an iPhone or you have an Android phone, you can connect it. And then it has a whole wealth of apps that you can go through. Now, what I like about this car is that the touchscreen is actually really nice, and unlike some of the other car brands that we talked about in the past, some of the German manufacturers, one of my favorite brands, I won't call them out, it's not a fingerprint magnet. So you can touch the screen all the time, and you're not going to get those unsightly fingerprints that you get from some of the other touchscreens. So I like that a lot. And then what you'll also notice about this touchscreen is that here we don't have navigation built in. So, you know, people are like, why does it have navigation? Well, you don't need navigation, because once you connect your phone to the car, which I'm not doing right now because I want to show you the screen. Once you connect your phone to the car, your maps come up. So if you have Waze or you have whatever, Google Maps or Apple Maps, it will come up on your screen. So now your car has navigation. Every car manufacturer should do this. I don't know why they're not doing this. It's kind of interesting that people still have cars that come with built-in navigation, considering they don't update the programming quickly. Now, as I said, it's not a taptic touch, so you can just touch this lightly, and you'll notice that when you touch it, it just automatically goes. You don't have to like tap it super hard. If I run my finger across it, it won't do anything. But once you put a little force behind it, it actually changes the screen. Down here, this is pretty standard. It's similar to the old Pilot. It is digital, but it also is analog at the same time, where you can just hit these knobs to go up and down. It's synced right now, and they have the heat and the air in the rear and in the front. They have heated seats, and then they have power outlets here, and it has the USB Type A outlet. But I'm thinking that in the 2021 model, it's going to have USB Type C, because I'm noticing that everyone is changing the USB Type C. As I said, the heated seats are here. It doesn't have cool seats, but I think that could be an option that is just not on this one, as this vehicle only has 1,000 miles on it, so, or 1,600 miles on it. So it's relatively new, but the newer ones, they come out with features just so quickly. So by the time you buy one, by the end of the model year, they've already come out with new features. But as you can see, we're gonna switch it around. I'm 6'4", and I have a lot of room. This is like a super amount of headroom. It doesn't have a panorama roof, but it has a pretty nice sunroof. It's you could get out of it in case of emergencies, but it's pretty nice. Like I said, even this is not leather, but it looks like leather. It's like vinyl or something like that. But even that feels nice to the touch. The sound system in the car is actually quite nice. It is this is the standard sound system, but it sounds really nice. You feel like you are in a concert. So Honda, thumbs up on that one. So you can see from where I'm sitting in the car how much space I have above my head. So for taller people, this is a perfect car. And I'm not all the way back, but my legs, as you can see, have a lot of room from the dashboard. So my knees aren't hitting. I don't have to hold my legs out to the side. I really like the setup of the Honda Pilot, and it's really not that expensive. It's an affordable car. I mean, I'll drop all the stats in the video just so you can see it, but it's really not that expensive, and it gives you a lot of options. This one is large enough, has a large cargo space for you to transfer stuff. So I'm gonna actually jump in the back so we can see how much space I have behind the driver's seat, so that you can see, like, so my seat is back except for me, but we're gonna see how much space I have if I'm a passenger riding in a long trip. So jumping in the back. Now, you can see how much space is behind here. You can see my legs against the seat. Now this seat is back all the way. I'm gonna switch the camera around. You can see how much space I have in here. And again, a lot of headroom. This would be comfortable for a long trip. And I mean, I have the seat leaning back, but if I had to, I could sit like this. It seats 5 comfortably. We have another row of seats in the back that seats 2. I'm gonna try to get in those seats. I'm not sure if I can get in those seats because I'm a big dude, but I like it. And in the back, we have 2 USB ports in the back, and you also have temperature controls in the back so that your rear passengers can control the climate. I've never been super impressed with dual climate in any car, because I find when you're adjusting the temperature in the back, it doesn't really change so much from the front. The front press, the driver or whoever is controlling the temperature has it cold in the car, you're gonna be cold. If they have it hot in the car, you're gonna be hot. But it's a nice feature, and I think that it gives this Pilot a more modern, futuristic kind of feel. All right, we're gonna jump in the back so that we can go check out those last row of seats, and then we're gonna look at the cargo space. Or actually, maybe I'll do the cargo space first, just so you can see with the seats down, and then we'll do it. I failed to mention is, like with many SUVs, it has the window screens. I always find this nice. And then it also has the privacy glass, so the back windows are slightly darker than the front windows. So once you put this up, it really gives you a lot of privacy and a lot of sun protection from when you have the screen up versus when it's down. So if you're in the back, you're not gonna burn up in the summertime on long road trips. And the rear lift gate is automatic, which you would expect in a car of this caliber. When you push the button, it just opens slowly. And then the back space reveals itself. As you can see, there's just a lot of space with the rear seats down. There's a crap ton of space in the back. We're gonna pop in here, but when I'm gonna switch, you see me standing up, 6'4", I'm up, the lid is up. You can put a lot of cargo in here because my head is underneath this. And you can lift things up. It has a compartment back here, like a storage bin, so that you can put stuff behind here. The spare is actually underneath there, so it's a spare underneath. And then we're gonna just jump in here. Old GB fashion, we're in. Oh, look at this, wow. I mean, I'm 6'4". I told you, I'm a big dude. There's a ton of space in here. You could probably put 3 GBs in the back of this car and haul us around. Or you can put 2 GBs and some smaller people, and then you probably could have like 5 people in the back, but it's just a lot of space. And then these seats, there's straps on the seats to pull the seats up. Pulling the seats up, and then you're locking them back. Now with the seats up in the back, you don't get that much room. We're gonna see how many GBs we can get in here. We're gonna switch this around again. You barely get 1 GB, because if you close this, I'm gonna feel it. So with the seats up, you take up a lot of your room. So just remember, you can't haul people and also carry 7 people, or haul 7 people and carry a lot of stuff. So you can haul 6 people, put 1 seat down and carry a lot of stuff. Or you can, well actually, you might be an accident hauling 8 people. At the bottom of the seat, there's a button you can push and it folds everything forward so you can get in the back. So it's 2 seats, but really the 1 seat is a little bit wider than the other. So if you had kids in the back, you probably could get 3, I'll show you. You can get 3 kids in the back. And we're gonna jump in here. Ugh. Ugh. Now, the Pilot, I have to say, this is probably one of the best rear seats that I've ever seen. In the Audi, and I'm using the Audi just because I had a Q7. The Audi had a rear seat, a 3rd row of seating, and it just was not very useful. I mean, for adults, I should say. But I'm an adult, a full-size adult. I'm sitting in the back. This seat is all the way up the way it's supposed to be. We could have 7 adults, maybe 7 adults and a little kid sitting here on a road trip. Easy, no problem. The Honda Pilot is killing it. You can't beat the room. And the reason I say it's killing it is because I have a friend who has a Pilot, an older Pilot, and their 3rd row of seats is not adult size. It's really more for kids. And so the Honda Pilot's killing it. It's killing it. So, and they also have a button so you can get out. Look at this. Zooming in. Yo. Killing the game. Killing the game. How you like those apples? And they have the button on both sides, just so you know. So you can get out either side. So you have this seat, which is a larger seat, like I said, and then you have the smaller seats. So in the back, only because of the cup holder space, that you don't have as much room as in the middle row seats, but you could put 3 people back here. Comfortable. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, so let's go check out the engine. I think it's gonna be covered, but we're gonna get out and we're gonna check out the engine, and then we're done. I had to tell you is that it's not automatic to push them down, like they don't have push buttons. Just pull that and it comes down. To the front, we're gonna check it out. How easy is it to open? And as I thought, everything's covered. Now, what I don't like about this, what I don't like about the hood of this car is that you're required to put this little thing up to keep this up. This is not that efficient, and I guess I have no idea why they do it like that. That seems a bit archaic in a modern car, that you'd have to have something that actually holds the hood up, which doesn't make any sense. But you see, it's Earth Dream technology, is VTEC, as you would expect from Honda. It's super efficient, very quiet. You can't hear it at all when you drive, but it actually has a lot of power, and it has 4-wheel drive options. So that's it for the 2020 Honda Pilot. Like I said, I like it a lot. They've really done a lot to make it a larger car, a more comfortable and more convenient car, more economically and fuel efficient. And overall, it's just a better car. Honda builds really good cars, and the Honda Pilot is no slouch in that area. The 2020, 2021s are coming out soon. I would say if you can get one, jump on it, because they're probably going to be letting them go. We probably would have done more car videos this year, except for, you know, the thing that should not be named was going on, and so we just didn't have a lot of time to get to dealerships and get cars out. But with that, this is your boy GB Review. Please subscribe to my channel, hit the like button for the algorithm. Please leave me comments below of other cars you think I should try to review, and leave me comments about anything else that you think that you'd like to see on my channel. Anyway, it's your boy GB Reviews. Please subscribe and like below. And I'm out.
Subscribe, but like below.